story of how I knew I first kind of blew up, though. Let me tell y'all the story. Boom, 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 right? It was any other day at DPA. I'm going to school, right? It's my clothes. I'm going to school, right? Average day. Da. We in art class. Mari, he talking about some, oh yeah. I'm about to start doing interviews, because he had some mics. I don't know why he was walking around with mics all day, but he had mics. And at the time, nobody even knew I was still, like, nobody knew at the time that I was making videos and I was, like, trying to be a fake streamer or whatever, and Nobody really knew that at the time. At the time, they just see me as me, right? So, boom, I was already hanging out with all the SOS boys, as y'all know. I'm like, me personally, I know these people in real life, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see them as the SOS boys, but boom, yeah, I was hanging out with all of them because they already all went to DPA, and I knew them all already. You feel me? Like, before even SOS boys was, like, officially a thing, I'm pretty sure, like, we was all cool. So, boom. Average daily, boom, he talking about the interviews, right? I'm in my head, as soon as he said that, I'm like, dang, I got mics in the house, too. I don't know why I never thought about that. Because at the time, I was doing straight desktop. I never did nothing in real life. I did no skits, never did no interview, never did no IRL vlogs, nothing. I was just always just streaming, playing the games, and that was me. So, boom, I went home, came back, boom, I look at the mic junks. I'm like, okay, wait, let me try this right quick. Boom, brought the mics to school next day. Well, actually, it wasn't even the next day. It was like 3-4 days later, because Mari, he was just like, one thing about Mari, he'll say something, and like not really just do it. Like he had just lollygag on it. So he wasn't really actually doing the interviews. And he was just saying it out loud, I guess. So it was like, okay, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna try it. So boom. Backed out the mics on like the 4th day after he said that. Boom, I'm starting to do interviews. And boom, the very first interview I did, that junk had like 13,000. I was like, no way. This might genuinely be the method, bro. I'm like, no way. Let me go back to it. I'm like, this might actually be my method. Boom. After the first interview, after being hungry for so long, doing all the desktops, getting like stuck in 100 viewer jail, 200 viewer jail, and finally getting that one video. I'm like, okay, I'm about to carry this momentum. So I start spamming them Jones. I'm spamming the interviews. I'm spamming the who you passing the phone tos. I'm doing all types of videos, right? Boom. It's at 16,000 now, but this was the first video that blew up for me. It had 13,000 when it first jumped off. Then I was doing the pass the phones, the interviews. I started doing a little bit of skits, but I mainly stayed on interviews. Boom, I had that 100,000 video. And I was just popping it every day. And this how I knew I was doing something. After like 4 days, like the first 3 or 4 days, I was just popping it. Like every video was going crazy. People were starting to recognize me in person. At that point, I'm like, is this real life? Because I've been making videos since I was 7 years old. And just see this, like, just go crazy in this short amount of time. I'm like, yo, this can't be real life. So, boom. People was recognizing me in person at the train stations. On my way home from school, on my way to school. When I would be, you know what I'm saying, in the store. Literally anywhere, people would just recognize me. Now, this was before people started taking pictures with me. This is when they would just say, oh, ain't you, boom, they dap me up, they follow me, boom. It would just be something like that. That's why I knew I was popping. Then, this rapper, I don't know where he from. I know he from DMV, I don't know what part though, but he named Morley Rich Jake. Y'all probably heard of Morley Rich Jake. He had me on his Instagram story. And boom, the next day after that, I went to school. They started treating me like a real life celebrity. Like, y'all know how I Show Speed, he be having like that. Everybody, like the whole city just following him. When I first blew up, I kid you not, I'm not self-glazing. I can call people to vouch for me right now. I can have people vouch for me right now, though. I was literally, as soon as the bell rung, like for everybody to get their phones back, and boom, it's the end of the day, I literally could not even walk in the halls. I could not walk in the halls. Everybody's like, Oh, check out interview. Check out interview. Check out interview. Da 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 da. Everybody tap me. Da da da. The teachers even coming to me asking like, yo, why is they doing all this? I'm not so glazing. I'm not. I can have people vouch. Feel me? They all glazing me. And then boom, I finally make it outside. It's people, like I said, they're not following me at this point. Boom. They're like, oh, can I get a video? Can I get a video? Da 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 da. Boom. I pull the mics out. Everybody's following me. I get to like the little corner, and I can show you the exact video I'm talking about too. I get to the corner. Boom, I do the interview with my classmate. I don't know if she names drop, but I ain't gonna name drop. It was me, my classmate, and I think it was Mari. And boom, we was interviewing her. And her boyfriend was like, wait, stop. No. Cause I guess he ain't want her face out there or whatever. I can show y'all the video though. Boom. It was like a whole crowd of people just like down at the whole school just crowding around us, watching me do the little jump. And in that moment, I'm like, that was my first little lick of fame. That was my first little lick of, okay, wait a minute. I might generally have a future with this pussy. So, boom. After that, wait, man, let me show you the video for context. Let me show you the video. Now, you can't see the crowd, obviously, because the phone is facing on us. But this is the video. This is the video. Alright, I'm back with the interviews today, man. This video right here. I'm back with the interviews today, man. Queen Clever. If you go to my school, you might remember this jump. Oh my god. Why is it? Oh wait, I gotta turn the brightness down. I'm tripping. Alright, I'm back with the interviews today, man. What? Yep. Why is it doing that? Are you in there or not? Queen Mari. Okay. Oh my god. Boom. That was the first. That was the first jump. I was like, okay, wait a minute. I might generally be a world-class celebrity. Everybody was following me. Boom, 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 boom. They was really treating me crazy. They was treating me like I was the king of DPA. No bullshit. I'm not lying. They was on my dude. So boom. After that, it was only getting better. I start branching out with the YouTube, right? I start doing the IRL vlogs, right? I start doing the vlog jumps. You feel me? Oh wait, subscriber check. Hold up, let's check it. Okay. So boom. I start doing the vlog jumps. You feel me? I start doing the football vlogs. I start doing the, you know what I'm saying, all the vlog jumps. I stayed kind of consistent with the interviews and the skits and But at the time, I wasn't really doing skits like fully. The skits was more so like 2026 era. But boom, I was still doing interviews. Then, you know, I was doing the vlogs. Then boom, January came around. I did that interview with Baby D. That kind of took off. Everybody was talking about that jump. And then, also I want to talk about in October, my YouTube got banned. And that really wasn't even a setback for me because I knew I was only going to come back like 100,000 times harder. Clearly I did. Excuse me. So boom. February came around. January, February, March, April. February, March, April was like, I don't know if you've seen this, me talk about this already. That was like the worst years of my entire life. You feel me? I was on punishment. I wasn't making no type of videos for real. I almost got arrested. Back-to-back punishments, you know what I'm saying? I was starving myself. I was going through a terrible time in life, you know what I'm saying? I was just going through it. And my jump from like 3 years, that I was talking to for like 3 years, she, you know what I'm saying, she moved to Texas, and then boom, she was like, I think we should stop talking because I don't think this is healthy, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, man. So boom. I get back in the mix. Wait, January, February, March, April, May. So around April, May-ish, I start getting back in the mix, right? Boom. That's when I'm like, I'm coming to realize, okay, wait a minute. Everybody is still in my flow with the interviews. Nobody was doing interviews at a time. The only person that was doing interviews before me consistently was NL Manning. The dude I did the basketball video with. And he be on some of my skits and some of my streams. Boom. He was the only person I could give credit to. Like, okay, yeah, nah, he did the interviews before me. When I popped out with interviews, nobody was doing. Then everybody, I'm looking, okay, why is everybody doing interviews now? I'm like, what? Am I tripping? So I'm like, okay, let me find something different. Boom, I started doing the skits. That was very different. As far as everybody that's a TikToker or content creator in the DMV. Nobody was banging out the skits like that. So boom, I started doing the skits. I'm posting endless skits on skits on skits on skits on skits on skits. And they was going crazy. I was averaging tens of thousands and you know what I'm saying, a decent amount of thousands. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to keep doing the skit jumps. So boom, stay consistent with the skits, stay down with the skits. I met one of Funny Mike Bad Kids. I was meeting all types of, you know what I'm saying, people in the industry or whatever. Drewski reposted me. I met people that danced on stage at the Usher concert. They're like professional dancers or whatever. Pause. I'm meeting all these big names. I'm meeting you know what I'm saying, pretty much everybody. I'm meeting certain rappers, da 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 da. And pretty much now in the present day, this is where we're at, Oh, wait, I glazed over something. I gotta talk about the week that I actually blew this channel up. It was like 1 or 2 weeks. I was getting like 1,000 subscribers a day, or every 2 days. I was getting 1,000 subscribers. I remember when you was doing your interview with Sir and K2 from Coolidge. Yeah, boom, the gallery days. Some people was there for the gallery days. Some people weren't there for the gallery days. I was at gallery every day. I was banging out interviews. I was banging out skits. Boom, I was a gallery demon, okay? I had to stop going to gallery for a while, though, because my dad was like, it was getting crazy. And then y'all remember the Chipotle fight that happened at Navy Yard. After my dad seen that, he was like, yeah, you can't go to gallery for a minute. So I'm like, all right, bro. So boom, that week or 2 or 3 that I was just going crazy on YouTube. Like, some people, I don't know if y'all that are in here right now remember that era, but I was already posting on my story every day. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I'm thinking like, oh my God. A couple of y'all niggas were hating on me. A couple of y'all was definitely hating on me. Y'all was saying, oh, he's buying his subscribers, he's buying his followers. People in real life that was, you know what I'm saying, noticed me. It was like, oh, ain't you 3K Trey, da 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 da. And it was like, bro, real question, did you buy your followers? Never in my entire life did I ever buy a subscriber. Did I ever buy a follower? Did I ever even pay for like a boost feature? I know y'all be seeing them boost features on Instagram and TikTok. I never bought a boost feature. Everything, every single view, every single click, y'all see, is organic. It's real. All right, it's real. A lot, and I ain't gonna say no names, but you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, somebody that I did bring and help start a whole career. Yes, from hard work. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's overly from hard work. Somebody that did help start their career. They was definitely hating, and they definitely said I was buying my subscribers, and you know what I'm saying, was doing crazy stuff behind my back. But you know what I'm saying, we not even worried about Cuz right now. We're not even worried about Cuz. Boom. Hold on, wait, refresh. Alright. So boom. So let me tell y'all how I actually blew this channel up, though. A lot of y'all probably thinking, oh, maybe out of nowhere I just blew up. Oh, maybe I actually did buy subscribers. Oh, da. No. So if you guys want to ever make videos ever in the history of ever on YouTube.com, you either gotta be the type person to hop on trends the same day. Like the same day you see them break out, you hop on trends and you post about them, and you know what I'm saying, you're very skilled with your thumbnails. You can either be that type dude and that's how you go crazy. You could be the dude that's OC consistent and that's how you go crazy. Or you could do my method. I used and abused YouTube Shorts to the ground. That was my method. All right, everybody has their own method. That was my method. I was a YouTube Shorts demon. All right, let's go through some of my YouTube Shorts, bro. Let me show y'all how I was really abusing the YouTube Shorts game. All right, I was abusing the YouTube Shorts game. Crazy work. Boom, we go to the Shorts, right? Look at the views. Not present day. But let me scroll down a little bit. Let me show y'all some of these views, man. 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 4,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 6,000, 16,000, 7,000, 10,000, 5,000, 23,000, 26,000, 24,000, 30,000, 50,000, 146,000, 17,000, 5,000, 30,000, 51,000, 34,000, 28,000, 26,000, 682,000, 22,000, 64,000, almost a million. This joint almost has a million. 999,000. That's gonna probably be in a million before summer's over. So pretty much a million. 13,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000, 6,000, 7,000, 30,000, 9,000, 4,000, 3,000. Y'all get the point. I was logging in on the YouTube shorts. I was holding the game down. Alright. It's getting to the point people was messaging me. Oh, yeah, why I just see you on my TV on YouTube? People was coming to my comments on TikTok saying they see me on YouTube shorts. I was blowing up the YouTube shorts game. That was my method. That's how I blew this joint up. Oh yeah, I want to tell y'all the story about when I got my first picture taken with me by a fan. Now, this moment was so memorable, so surreal. I was literally shaking when it happened. Like, I was just in such shock. So boom. This is around the time. Hold on, let me turn my AC on right quick because my legs are literally sweating. Hold on. So boom. This is around the time where I first met 40Y Keem. Boom, I'm at the 40Y house. Yeah, all that. That was back in them days, right? So boom, I was doing this little prom photo shoot for Keem and his little junk or whatever, right? Boom. So we doing the photo shoot. We went to the little library and they had me taking some pictures there. So boom. I'm shooting pictures. And the librarian was like trying to kick us out or whatever because they was like, oh, you can't film in here and we're like, all right. So once we eventually was, you know what I'm saying, leaving, we get to like the little door and somebody had like somebody and his like friend had came up to us. It was me, Keem, his junk, and the junk's parents. And some people they came up to us, they was like, oh, I know you, I be seeing your videos, can I get a picture with you? Now at first I didn't even think they was talking about me. Cause I'm right here with 40Y Keem. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, you talking about him? They was like, no, I'm talking about you. I was like almost speechless. I was like, you talking about me? Me. You talking about me. So I'm like, hold on, man. This is real life. They like, okay. Boom. So I'm like, King, can you take the picture? My hand, dude, when I tell you I was literally shaking, bro. He was like, King, can you take the picture? Boom. I hit the lamest nigga pose of all time. Like, I didn't even care, dude. Like, I was like, my hand was like these, trying to hit the little pose or whatever. I don't even remember what pose I did. Hand was shaking. Alright. Eyes was tearing up. I was like, yo, this is real life. Yo, this is real life. And then boom, after that, I started getting pictures way more frequently. It was like, yo, can I get a picture with you? Yo, can I get a picture with you? This and that third. Especially at DPR Jones. Can I get a picture with you? Can I get a picture? Now, the most recent DPR, I'm gonna keep it being. Nobody took a picture with me. Definitely a lot of people recognize me. Nobody took a picture with me. But I literally have live footage of the one I'm talking about. It was like 4 people back to back. Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? And I'm just like, yo, I'm really on it, bro. How many subs do I need now? Hold on, let me check. Hold on, let me. Yo! Oh my god! I hit the 10,000! Oh my god! No! Oh my god! I hit that joke! Oh my god! I need 10 bad bitches right now to go eat these yo! 10,000! Stop playing! Stop playing! Stop playing! I hit 10,000! Wait! No! I want to say shout out to my mom. I want to say shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to the hood. Shout out to DC. Shout out to everybody at DPA. Shout out to SOS boys. Shout out me. Shout out me. Shout out my cameraman Makai. Shout out me. Shout out me. And shout out me. Alright? 10,000. 10,000. Wow. If you in the 10,000 slot, you're the day one. If you're in the 10,000, you're the sandbox. Alright, straight up. From here, I'm egoing everybody. I'm switching on day ones. And y'all know what time it is. It's time to cut the dreads. It's time to cut the dreads, man. Listen. I've had these dreads since October. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. Alright. It's time to cut the dreads, man. I've had these dreads since what I want to say, since I want to say probably April 2025. When I first started my dreads, bro. When I first started my dreads. Oh my god. Alright. Are y'all ready for me to cut my dreads live on stream? For me to cut my dreads. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready, man? 3. By the way, let me start with 1. Let me start with 1. 3. Oh my god! Alright. 3,